What's goody, y'all? Once again, my name is Eli Blassie. We are here for Hood translations of the Bible. Y'all, I'm low-key hurt because I'm late. I was supposed to do this video earlier and upload it earlier, and I'm not. I don't know why. I was essentially high function depressed. Like, I wasn't depressed as in my usual depression, but like I would get up, I would be able to I wasn't even able to do things. So let me stop lying. Like, I was functioning, like I was able to do what I had to do for survival, but all my extracurriculars was off. So we're of course here for chapter 8 and chapter 9. Genesis chapter 8 and chapter 9. I'm sorry, last time I did Genesis chapter 6 and chapter 7. I would typically try and do about 2 to 3 chapters each episode. But this time I'm only going to do chapter 8 and 9 because the end of, once I told y'all before, I wish to get into a small discourse and a small explanation about Noah and, like, of course, everything that comes in tandem with that, as well as a brief little story about the man that y'all should know, the greatness of David Yates. But of course, that he ends chapter 10. So chapter 10 is the last chapter about Noah. And therefore, I'm going to do chapter 10. The next video literally might just be chapter 10 and then also my, brief discussion of Mr. Yates. However, let's begin with chapter 8. And the subtitle of this chapter is Safe in the Ark. So, Genesis chapter 8, verse 1. And God remembered Noah and every living thing and all of the cattle that was with him in the ark. And God made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters assuaged. I think it's assuaged, but we'll look that up later. Verse 2. The fountains also of the deep and the windows of heaven were stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained. Verse 3. And the waters returned from off the earth continually, and after the end of the 150 days the waters were abated. And the ark rested in the 7th month on the 17th day of the month upon the mountains of Ararat. And the waters decreased continually until the 10th month. In the 10th month on the 1st day of the month were the tips of the mountains seen. Verse 6. And it came to pass at the end of the 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. And he had sent a raven, and he went forth to and fro until the waters were dried up from off the earth. Also he sent forth a dove from him to see if the waters were abated from off the face of the ground. Verse 9. But the dove found no rest for the sole of her foot, and she returned unto him unto the ark. For the waters were on the face of the whole earth. Then he put forth his hands and took her, and pulled her in unto him into the ark. So sorry. Oh, speaking of, y'all might see a cat running around. Well, now my mama got a new cat, and she has attached herself to me, so y'all might see her in the background at some point. Right now she underneath me. Anyhow, verse 10. And he stayed yet verse 10. And he stayed yet other 7 days, and again he sent forth the dove out of the ark. And the dove came into him in the evening, and lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf plucked off. Noah knew that the waters were abated from off the earth. Verse 12. And he stayed yet other 7 days, and he sent forth a dove, which returned not again unto him any more. And it came to pass in the 601st year, in the 1st month, the 1st day of the month, and the waters were dried up from off the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and behold, the face of the ground was dry. Verse 14. And in the 2nd month on the 7th and 12th day, on the 7th and 12th day, yeah, I said what I said, 12th day of the month was the earth dried. 15. And God spake unto Noah, saying, Go forth of the ark, thou and thy wife, and thy sons' wives with thee. Verse 17. Bring forth with thee every living thing that is with thee of all flesh, both of fowl and of cattle, and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, that they may breed abundantly in the earth, and be fruitful and multiply upon the earth. And Noah went forth, and his sons, and his wives, and his sons' wives with him. Verse 19, every beast, every creeping thing, and every fowl, and whatsoever creepeth upon the earth, after their kinds, went forth out of the ark. Verse 20, and Noah builded an altar unto the Lord, and took of every clean beast, and of every clean fowl, and offered burnt offerings unto the altar. Verse 21, and the Lord smelled a sweet savor, and the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more, for man's sake, for the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Neither will I again smite or any more every living thing as I have done. 22, while the earth remaineth seed time, and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and the day and night shall not cease. Now, before we get into chapter 9, let's look at the definition of assuaged. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Definition, assuaged. KJV Bible. Yeah, that's her. Can you see her? You see her. Look at the bottom. Ooh, it's my left, but it's y'all right. Look at the bottom. Y'all see that little cat right there? Yeah. That's her. Her name PJ. Say hey, PJ. Alright. In the KJV Bible, assuaged means to soften, lessen, relieve, or calm strong feelings, pain, or turmoil. Often referring to grief, anger, or the subsiding of flood waters. Boom. And then it literally says as seen in Genesis 8:1. So essentially the subsiding. Boom. Chapter 9, verse 1. Let's hop right on into it. Can I help you? Let's hop right on into it. Chapter 9, verse 1. And God blessed Noah and his sons, and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth. Verse 2. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl in the air, upon all that moveth upon the earth, and all the fishes of the sea. Into your hand are they delivered. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you, even as the green herb have I given you all things. But flesh with the life thereof, which is in the blood thereof, shall ye not eat. Verse 5. And surely your blood of your lives will require at the hand of every beast will I require it, and at the hand of man, at the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of man. Verse 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God made he man. And you be ye fruitful, and multiply, bring forth abundantly in the earth, and multiply therein. Verse 8. And God spake unto Noah, to his sons with him, saying, and I behold, I establish my covenant with you, and with your seed after you, and with every living creature that is with you, of the fowl, of the cattle, and every beast of the earth with you, from all that go out of the ark, to every beast of the earth. And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut out of any more by the waters of a flood. Neither shall any more be a flood to destroy the earth. Verse 12. And God said, this is my token of the covenant, which I make between me and you, and every living creature that is with you, for perpetual generations. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be a token of a covenant between me and the earth. And it shall come to pass, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow will be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant which is between me and you, and every living creature of all flesh. And the water shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. Verse 16. And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember that everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. And God said unto Noah, this is a token of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is upon the earth. And the sons of Noah that went forth of the ark were Shem and Ham and Japheth. And Ham is the father of Canaan. Verse 19. These are the three sons of Noah, and them was the whole earth covered. And of them, Verse 20. Ooh, no, did I just read 20? What did I just read? And of them was the whole earth overspread. Sorry, we're going to restart from 19 because I actually misread it. These are the three sons of Noah, and of them was the whole earth overspread. Now verse 20. And Noah began to be an husbandman, and he planted a vineyard. Verse 21. And he drank of the vine. He drank of the wine and was drunken, and he was uncovered within his tent. Verse 22. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his nakedness of his father, and told his two brethren without. Yeah, told his two brethren without. Verse 23. And Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid upon both their shoulders, and went in backward and covered the nakedness of their father. And their faces were backward, and they saw not their father's nakedness. And Noah awoke from his wine, and knew that what his younger son had done unto him. And he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brother. And he said, Blessed be the Lord God of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. Verse 27. God shall enlarge Japheth, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. Verse 28. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years, and all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. Now, this is kind of interesting because I had always questioned why Ham, or in this case, he says Canaan, but he, of course, was the father of Canaan. I was wondering why he was cursed. Like, all he did was see his father nakedness. Like, maybe it's because he went to tell his brothers rather than doing something about it. But at the end of the day, no one told you to get drunk. No one told you not to be able to handle your liquor either. So I was wondering, like, hey, let's just be honest with it. If you don't know your limit, then that's on you, baby. So at the end of the day, and especially as the youngest, of course, he's going to be like, yo, what should I do? Like, and of course, although they are, I believe, adults at this point. Yeah, because they had wives. So, but that don't mean nothing back then. He could have been 13 with a wife back then. Regardless, I'm assuming they're adults, but still, regardless, I'm like, yo, dad is in there drunk. Like, what should I do? What should we do? But at the same time, and then, like, I had to also think, if it's just the simple fact that Ham saw his nakedness, because if you remember, Shem and Japheth went in backwards, so they technically didn't fully see it. So I'm like, but if that's still the case too, nobody knew you was in there naked and passed out. Ham was just coming in, I don't know what he was doing, but he came in to see his father, and that's how he saw him. So that had always confused me, and that still confuses me, because of course there will be no explanation, or at least as I've read multiple times, I don't believe there's an explanation for it. Maybe it's later on in the Bible when we start talking about the land of Canaan and whatnot. But that had always confused me. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's my mama, y'all. That had always confused me. But then also one big thing that I love about this chapter, something that has really, or an aspect that has really solidified for me, not even just the presence of God, but just the story in general, the inclusion of the bow. The rainbow. Because back then, we ain't really had no science like that. Y'all ain't really know what was going down. So the fact that it is mentioned in the book, which of course I'd have to, of course, receive a like very old translation and whatnot to see if y'all just added that here now. But I'm not really feeling that. Like, I feel like that would be inconsequential or ill-monumental, whatever word I'm trying to use or think of at the moment. I feel like that would just be added for no reason. Because, like, the fact that it's in there lets me know. Because what y'all already know, the rainbow pops out of the clouds every time it rains. What purpose would that be? What importance would that serve to add that into the Bible? Except God just letting you know that's our covenant. And at the end of the day, if that wasn't true, why include it in the Bible? Because unless man then made the rainbow, some people say there's a weather machine and whatnot. I'm not here to really talk on that. But that's one thing that was a real big aspect into me being, oh yeah, you talking your mess, but then also too, the fact that is such a minute point to include into this reading, into anyone that is studying, of course, to me gives reverence to, yeah, it really is. He's really doing his big ones. Like this is truly a true story, as well as most things that are within it is me trying to explain to y'all what I wanted, what happened, what I wanted, and how I want y'all to live y'all lives. Because at the end of the day, as much as flooding, of course, happens, there is no flood that has destroyed the whole earth. Once again, as he is saying, because I made that covenant for, what did it say? Perpetual generations. Yeah! Y'all gotta keep that intellect, baby. Who is calling me? I'll call you back in a minute. I'm so sorry. So yeah, perpetual generations and everything. So once again, he will not flood the earth for perpetual generations. And the rainbow is still here. So that's something big one. Now, these 2 chapters wasn't nothing crazy, wasn't nothing big that I felt the need to explain, except those 2 points. Like, the confusion point, and of course the explanation of the rainbow. There was a point that I would say I'll go back and read, but I'll actually do that after I explain chapter 10, because once I said, when I get to chapter 10 and the ending of the story of Noah, I will be able to, of course, engage in slight discussion, because at the end of the day, the full discussion I'm going to do when I fully read the Bible and whatnot. But of course, I'll be taking notes and everything of things that I say, oh, make sure I come back and talk to this about, or if y'all ever comment and like leave things stating whatnot, oh, these are questions you had and whatnot, of course I'll be able to write those down and address everything at the end of the end of the series, the book. Y'all know what it is. So yeah, I feel like that's it. That was chapter 8 and 9. Bless y'all. Love y'all. Hope y'all have a great week. Oh, y'all know I got to hit the like, subscribe, follow, invite your friends, all that good stuff. I need it. We needs it. Come with it. Come with it. I'll catch y'all next week. Love y'all. Had a day y'all deserve. Week y'all deserve. As we prepping, had a year y'all deserve. Peace.